Eres insoportable. Adiós, Lucía.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Let me turn off my TV. Okay, just turn it off. How's everybody doing? I'm drinking now Pellegrino mineral water. Right here. Pellegrino mineral water. That's what I'm drinking right now. Yeah. I don't want to drink too much coffee at night, so this is what I'm drinking. Well, here it's 6:41 here in California. 6:41. And I have some, I also have another thing to show you. I also have some Greek yogurt from Trader Joe's. See? Greek yogurt from Trader Joe's, you know. Anybody had this? You had this? Yeah. Yeah. I also had what else I have? Let's see what else I have. Okay, let me show you what else I had. Here I have a banana from a Chiquita banana from Mexico. And an apple called Granny Smith from the USA. An apple. And what else? What else? What else do I have? What else do I have? What else do I have? Well, 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 well. Okay, show you this. Show you this. Okay. Oh, it's a mask. Mask. It's a mask. Mask. Okay. Everything I have. Everything, you know. Banana. Let's see. What else can I show you here? Oh man, I don't know what else to show you guys. I don't know what else I can show you guys. Not my shoes. smoke cigar. I'll smoke cigar. Hey, hello, Starlight. Thanks for coming by. Just here chilling out and waiting if more people come in. But thanks very much. I really appreciate Starlight. Oh, thank you very much. Likewise. Hope for you too. Hey, Michelle, what up, man? Hey, yeah, Michelle, did you see G's panel last night? Rich Life was there. They had him on a panel. They had him on panel last night. Rich Life. Mhm. Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna put the link. Okay. Hey, what up?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, much here, man.
I was
Yeah,
I was
last night.
I was up. I was in your chat earlier this afternoon,
Oh, yeah, I know.
and I
I
saw
didn't
you, and I
see you.
clicked. Huh?
I didn't see you. I saw later on the what you call that on the
The likes and comments.
yeah, the comments. I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, I
Later
mean,
on when I just left, I was
I
waiting for
figured it.
some. Yeah,
Yeah, I figured it. That's no
yeah,
big deal.
yeah. So last night you finally saw Rich Life, huh?
Yeah, I got a. I'm gonna go to my YouTube. I got a link. Somebody's been posting with Lisa and them on their channel, and then they make every time they do it, they make it private.
Yeah,
But I get the link and save it before they make it private, so everybody can watch it.
yeah. Oh god, you see
They're
that guy? That guy.
Talking about G and all that shit.
Yeah, man. Well, it's just getting out of hand, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Rich Life is he's a Southern boy,
Yeah, well,
Could you imagine this in a panel? Check this out. You on a panel, Evil Abe, Rich Life, and who else is a Southern here? Okay, okay, Barbara, the woman who was here the other day.
yeah, and I think MLK's he's down there with Pansy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And you mentioned all Southern, a Southern bash. Our argument, man, that would have cracked me up. Speaking of that, I'm
Yeah,
gonna ask my friend NC Tyrant Hunter. He's a North Carolina guy. He's a really
yes,
cool
sir.
guy. He lives over there near. You probably know where that is because since you were in the service, heard of that. He lives near Fort Bragg.
Fort Bragg, yeah.
Yeah, he lives around in the vicinity near there, and he recorded a video back in September, in Madison, South Carolina, where
Right.
he's like where he is protecting a friend who is who the people there don't like,
Okay.
and they're accusing him of stolen valor, and they're asking him these questions. You're stolen valor, boy. What are you coming? Tell me. They're asking some questions, about if
Well,
says,
I
well,
got all my, you know, I got my VA card, and I got
Mhm,
my DD 214, and
mhm,
I could prove anything that I have.
yeah,
That's no problem. That's why I gave you my email address. That way, if you ever wanted
yeah.
it and needed it, I could show it to you.
Oh no, it's no problem. I don't mind. I believe you.
Because people that have stolen valor, I mean, I don't like people that does it, and plus it's
But
against it's a federal crime.
yeah, it is a federal crime. You know that guy, Terry Berry, that everybody hates.
Yeah.
A couple of months ago, he said he was in the army, and later on he said, "Oh man, I was just joking. That's not true." What the fuck?
No, you're not joking, man. If I was there personally, I would have whooped his ass.
Oh yeah, I talked.
A woman whooping his ass like a damn uh, stepchild from hell.
Oh yeah, because I talked to many veterans, and when they hear people showing veteran, man, it just boils their blood, man. Fuck. Especially the Marines.
Because if I see one that's not wearing a uniform correctly, I ask him
Yeah.
questions up the face. Then if he's not don't answer the questions correctly, like the medal's not put in on the right spots, the
Hmm.
ribbons on the right side, or the insignias or anything that's out of line, and uh, places that I know and places that I've been, and friends of mine that's been in different um, the Army, Marines, whatever.
Yeah.
I got friends, and uh, I'll just yank that damn uniform right out. I may go start naked in the damn street in his underwear.
Exactly. Well, there's this guy. You probably I don't know if you know him or not. You probably Abe knows him really well. Well, almost anybody have know him very well. He's just some weirdo that talks shit all the time on here on YouTube. His
Right.
name was Anderson Henderson. He's just some weird, he's just like that, and he talks about hurting people. He's just a bad. And one time he was saying he was a Navy SEAL.
Oh hell
And
no.
yeah, and guess what happened? So this guy who's a veteran, he said, "Guess what? I'm gonna go check with a guy who has a YouTube channel,
All
and
right.
this guy keeps track of all former veterans, of all
Yeah.
former SEALs and everything, because this guy's a former Navy SEAL."
Right.
And they said, "I'm gonna go check this guy up so he can, because this guy was spreading all this bullshit that he was in the that he was that he was a Navy SEAL. What the fuck?"
Yeah. I mean, I hate people like that. I really do, because if I see
Oh
them,
yeah,
I go right off on them, from being a nice person to being a super bitch from hell.
yeah,
Hell, from 0 to 0.2 milliseconds to be a bitch,
yeah.
super bitch, not just a minute or two like most people think. A millisecond is a hell of a lot quicker than a damn
Oh,
than a minute
oh,
or a
wait a
second.
minute. I wait a minute. I get it now. When I took that guy Terry, Mark
Uh
Terry,
huh.
when I first met him, I took him over to the other channel, with Glenn Lambright channel. The guy
Oh
who was here the other day. Hey, LT,
yeah.
how are you, man? I took him over there, to meet everybody. And in that same chat, there was another guy whom I know, and he's a veteran. He was in Somalia and
Right.
in '83 like that, and later on I and he just acted nervous. He just acted nervous because he knew those guys were veterans, and he was gonna,
Yeah,
yeah,
they're gonna beat the fucking crap out of him. I would.
yeah,
No
oh yeah,
problem. Shit. Hello,
exactly,
Starlight. Hello, LT man. How you doing?
yeah. He knew. Hey, Rebel Rose, how you doing,
Hey,
Rebel
Reverend
Rose?
Rose. How you doing?
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for
Thanks
stopping
for
by.
coming. Yeah, yeah. She's a Southern too. So another Southern right there, Rebel Rose. Hey,
Hey,
Baba Ray. Baba's
hey,
here
Barbara
back.
Ray. How you doing, sweetie?
How are you, Baba Ray? There's a link if you want to come up
I
right
hope you're
there in the
doing
chat.
well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that her ex, fucking hit her or something. Yeah.
But I'm a type of person. I get mad only when or upset when stolen valor, or when a man should never hit a woman with a
Mhm.
closed fist or anything like that.
Well, just like there's this guy on the right here on the internet. He's in one of the other communities. He says he's serving the army, but I
Right.
figured, man, why does this guy only picks fights with women, man?
I don't know, but if I ever met somebody to put a hand on a woman like me or anybody else, I put a little thing in the doo doo dirt.
Yeah, yeah, they kicked this guy out from G's panel. This guy named H Bomb. H Bomb. I don't know if you ever have heard of him.
No, I hadn't. I go to G's quite a bit. I'm down in the lower
Yeah,
bowels of hell.
yeah.
With
Well, he was there only about a few months ago, and somebody released a recording of him where he was acting like a total asshole with his uh,
wow,
uh, with his girl wife, and telling her and calling her names and everything. And I said, "What
wow,
the fuck is this shit?" And this guy,
yeah.
before that, this guy was white knighting for women, which is a good thing. But I said, "What the fuck?" And then,
You never supposed to hit us women. I mean, shoot.
yeah,
if we slap you with an open hand, that's
Yeah.
different. But if we close our, no, and the old style back when I was growing up, if a woman hits a man with a closed fist, she's putting herself in a man's position, then he can have a right to
Yeah.
slap the crap out of her. But that's
I
back
agree.
then. But I'm a different type of person. I'll put somebody in the hospital for 2 or 3 years. I don't care. And each way they lay in the bed, they're gonna be hurting. They're gonna remember my little encounter.
Yeah. Yeah. So this H bomb, disappeared. He's still online. He's still on the channel, but he doesn't go on any panels anymore.
Yeah. Well, I I I like I said, I just don't feel that stolen valor. I mean, these idiots, if they really want to get the recognition of us veterans, you go sign up and you go serve
Hey,
your
hello, Heaven
country.
Sent. How are you?
Hey, Heaven Sent. Hey, sweetie, how you doing? Thank you for
Yeah.
coming.
Stolen Valor, you have people.
You want to come up, Heaven Sent, sweetie?
Yeah, well, she used to be in G's.
Oh, I know. I love G. I love Heaven Sent. Everybody over there at home base.
Well,
Thought you would get food.
But like I said, I just like I love G. G goes through all kinds of crap over there, and
yeah.
I'm down there in the bowels of hell with a side chat, and
Yeah.
I just drink my moonshine and sit back and relax in my recliner. I'm up all night anyway, and I only get like 1 or 2 hours sleep a day, and it's the evil cycle goes on going round and round every single day. So that's when my PTSD, my MST, I got flashbacks, wide awake or sleep, on guard all the time.
I'm doing fine. We're doing fine here. Heaven Sent, thanks for asking. Yeah, because and I wait for the.
But like I said, I just people with stolen valor. I mean, them idiots. I mean, they can be draw quartered and crap
Okay,
as far
Heaven
as I'm
Sent.
concerned.
Okay, Heaven Sent.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, okay, sweetie. But like I said, these people just get on my nerves. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
Well,
just got like it's just these people just if they want to serve the country, just sign the damn dotted line like everybody else done before me, my dad, and everybody else, past and present. And serve their country, and then you can get the recognition and the benefits that we get.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I could say when I shop on myshopexchange.com. It's a military site, like a PX, and I got a military charge card. They give you about a $3,000 $4,000 limit, and I could do all my shopping there. I paid each month. I don't have to pay shipping. Shipping. I don't pay taxes on nothing, so I can buy anything I want. Anything from clothes, household items, big ticket items like a refrigerator or whatever you might need for the home or whatever, or the large. Uh, then you put in the search engine guns, and they bring up all the guns, but you have to go to. I had to go to Fort Benning and get my gun because that's where it was shipped to from the shipper, and got on base to get my gun, but I didn't have to pay taxes on a $2,000 gun.
Oh, thank you, Heaven Sent. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sweetie. You take care.
You take
See
care.
you over at G's later on tonight, sweetie. You be safe, sweetie. Us girls got to stick together.
Yeah.
but like I said, these people just get on my nerves. But
Mm.
we just I don't know what. And us veterans, we just have to get them when we find stolen valor. I call them out. And if they ain't got a DD 214 or a VA card, because that shows you as a vet too, or your license on your driver's license have you as a veteran or a disabled veteran.
Mhm.
Um, you know, um, to me, they're not. They're a bunch of crap if they have stolen valor.
Yeah. Well, well, because there's I've seen on YouTube guys who get caught, and when
Yeah,
they see the uniform, how they wear the uniform, right?
they don't wear the ribbons or the medals, and there's a certain way you wear them. You don't, and your insignias, your dress uniform don't supposed to be look like
No.
you too big for it, or it's 3 times the size of a person, or too small for a person. Um, there's a lot of indicators just on the uniform alone, not necessarily the story. Um, and that right there should tell you just the uniform alone. 'Cause someone don't know how to put a ribbon on correctly, or a medal, um, or the insignia of their rank.
Hey, Y2 Pack, what's up, man? Thanks for coming, man.
Hey, Pack, how you doing? Thank you for coming.
Yeah, Y2 Pack. Let's see if we can get Evil Ape here. I hope he can come soon.
Yeah, Evil Abe, I like him. He's crazy. He's a crazy. Him and Wagon, boy, they go at it. Oh
Oh
man.
my God.
Yeah, I was over there on Wagons last
Yeah,
night.
that's right. Yeah, you was
Yeah, on
damn
the
good.
panel, boy, they just like going at it, and then they started. What's the name? I can't think of his name. The other guy that was up there on the panel, he's talking about his dungeon. He's going down to the basement. I said, yeah, about that dungeon down there, huh? He said,
Yeah,
well, I like leather. I said, oh, that just got me started. And I said,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He's always talking about he loves hamburger helper. That's all he eats.
But Wagon just gets on. He said, "Oh, shut that crap up!" And he said, "I'm just teasing." I said, "Oh yeah, Mister Wagon.
Yeah,
What's the name? Get that little single tail after your little tail. Uh huh.
yep.
Whips and chains excite you, Wagon. I know they do. And we was going at it, so I had so much fun, and like I have fun here and there too. Um, but I go to G's, and I'm down there in the vow, and I just sit there and listen to everything, watch everything. I got I drink my 197 proof moonshine. I just sit back in my recliner, watch a little bit of TV, watch the Tide chat, and hear everything going on, and I just
Yeah.
die laughing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and then they get in there fighting and all that, and I said, "Oh wow." you know, I guess
Well,
the double.
yesterday on another hand, on a guy named Poon Handler, there's another YouTuber. There was a big fight between Lisa Lynn and Savage. Oh my God.
Oh wow, really? I missed that one, I guess.
Mhm.
But later on tonight, I'll post it when G goes online, and when I get settled, I go back and I'll post that link into the chat so everybody can see that
Yeah.
what was going on. And I don't know who that guy is, but he always, I mean, I don't. He says it's Rich Life, but it's not Rich Life. It's somebody else channel.
Oh, okay. That's okay. 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 No,
And
that's a guy named. I know who he is. He's some guy named Nelson Green. Nelly, they call him.
yeah, he gets Lisa Lynn up there. He
Yeah.
makes every time he makes a new one, I got him flagged every time. So I hit the like button and it saved my favorites. So, but then he goes back and make it private so nobody can see it.
Mhm.
but too late.
Yeah, I mean, he just, yeah, he's like trolling him, right? He's like trolling him.
Yeah, so I sit back in there, I troll his ass, and then I
Yeah,
copy the link, and then I go in there and put it in G's chat and in the side chat for everybody to see.
yeah. Very true.
But yeah, it's so funny though. I just like
Well, he talks, that heavy North Carolina accent.
yeah, I know. I just like I said, these people just they just get really to me on my nerves about and that's why I want to do a veterans channel / prepper channel,
Yeah.
and have some people that that are veterans.
Oh,
And
look. Oh, look. You can visit. Okay, remember the guy who was here, Glenn, who was here?
yeah, I think so, if I remember right. Yeah.
Okay, you can go to his in his channel. If you go there, you can meet You can meet several people there who are veterans there
Oh, okay.
who hang around over there. But there's a guy named Hank. You can talk to him. He's a veteran. He's a guy. And there's
Yeah, because
another
I
guy.
want because this about getting the benefits and way of getting
Yeah,
around the CP exams. You study
yeah,
you
yeah. You
study
need a
the sheet first,
Yeah, you need a
and
channel
then
like
that's the
that.
questions they're going to be asking you,
Yeah.
like for PTSD and then they got them CP exams for every type of chronic condition, bone, respiratory system, brain, all the way down to your toenails.
Oh, okay. Look and check this out. Also, you can go to a channel called Upstate Audits.
Off-state audits. Okay.
Yeah, just put it. You just find them. You'll find them easy. Just write it down. And the guy who has that channel, that's just call him Upstate. He's a veteran. He's a
Okay.
veteran, and he hangs out with guys. One guy's also a veteran. A guy called KY Packer fan. He's an ex sergeant in the army.
Oh, okay.
And there's another guy called out of Florida, Steven, something is his name. I forgot his last name. He's a veteran also. And he just donated money to help homeless veterans down in Florida.
Right.
Doing a big contribution because the guy's rich, but he doesn't forget his military pass. He's helping these guys who are homeless veterans out there. Where a lot of them,
Right.
that is a very serious problem. I mean, there's a lot of them
Yes,
out
it
there.
is. It is. I mean, veterans living out on the street. My service dog comes from a gentleman called Top Dog Foundation in Lilburn, or
Yeah.
just Top Dog, and they're on Facebook and they're on YouTube. Matter of fact, Saturday I want to go carry my dog back down there to finish some of her training.
Yeah.
Because it's every weekend, when we carry them out to the parks and stuff. Because I got a Great Pyrenees. She's like a sheepdog or herd dog,
Yeah.
and she when she's outside using the bathroom in the backyard, I have to physically sit at the door while she's out doing her business. If she looks up and don't see me, she runs up and like know where the hell I'm at, So she's
Well, yeah. Well. Let's see. Upstate. Well, okay. He already ended up with streaming, but he usually goes live like around 7 o'clock Eastern time. He goes live.
okay. All right, I have to catch you tomorrow then.
Yeah. Just yeah. No, he's a very nice guy. Really
Yeah,
down to earth guy. Really cool
yeah,
guy.
because I'd say there's also another problem too. There's a lot of veterans out here that needs home repair,
Yeah.
that don't have AC in the home. They got fans or little electric heaters, because the house is old and
Yeah.
the AC units are bad or old and outdated, so and and some needs, like I said, some needs uh, uh, that, some needs roofs. I mean, there's all kinds of people that needs veterans that needs help, not including the homeless, but like I said, uh, it's just a thing that uh, um, that's a big issue for everybody,
Hmm.
everybody out here.
Well, okay. Look, at what I'm gonna do is this also. Tomorrow, I'm gonna try to go live a little bit earlier, before 9 o'clock Eastern, because
Okay.
let me see if I can get a guy named KY. KY from he lives in Kentucky,
Oh, okay.
and he's a veteran also,
Because
and
see,
he's helped.
we had down here in my little town, we had Lowe's that built a brand new building up, and then they turn around, and because it's 7 miles close, I mean 7 miles away from another Lowe's, they closed it down, and Lowe's will not give that to a veteran organization to turn that into a veterans building. Now
Yeah.
they just turned it into a church bought it.
Okay.
And the guy that was selling the land for Lowe's in corporate office said, "Well, I'm not going to." And I talked to him personally, and he said this personally to me. And he said, "I'm not going to take a tax write-off on no damn veterans organization for veterans." I said, "Oh, really?" And
Uh,
that was the gentleman that handled the East Coast real estate properties for Lowe's. That's
mhm.
ones that's buildings that's lowering that's down, so they can be getting the homeless veterans off the street. The VA, I got the VA here in Atlanta interested in it.
Mhm.
Putting them up inside the building, and VA police there, and then it has a warehouse side that they can load up trucks. We can get supplies for national disasters, and the veterans can work and load them trucks up, and it'll be from the veterans organization, Veterans Helping Veterans, or something along that line, to the communities all that's like Louisiana that's going through hurricanes and or whatever, Florida, or anywhere national disaster had hit. And I had it all set up, but and it's a big piece of property, big building. The building had I think 50,000 square feet, just the building alone. The parking
Yeah.
lot had probably 20 acres of land. But Lowe's let it go through. Didn't let it go through, so they couldn't get it. So
Mhm.
that really ticked me off because
Yeah.
I belong to uh, the organization. I was on the board of the organization of the veterans organization that we was looking at it, and everybody was excited about it. Because around me alone, Clayton County, Henry County, south side of Atlanta, Stockbridge, McDonough, Fayetteville, we probably have over 50,000 veterans in these areas alone, if not more.
Mhm.
So we got a heavily veteran population.
Mhm. Well, you uh, okay. How far do you live from Atlanta?
McDonough is
No, no,
probably
from
it's
Atlanta.
pro where
No, from Atlanta. How far do you live?
from McDonough,
No, no, no,
uh,
Atlanta. No, Atlanta.
Atlanta. Oh, Atlanta. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm down around Atlanta Airport,
Hmm.
on the south suburbs of Atlanta. It
Yeah.
probably take it's probably about 50 miles, but not
Mm.
far. I can hop on the interstate. I'm real close to the Atlanta airport. I can be there in 5 minutes. if the traffic or red lights don't stop me and they're all green, I can be there under 5 minutes.
Oh, that's cool. Cool, man. Cool.
I'm in the town of Riverdale.
Ah, Riverdale. Okay, I think I heard of it. I don't know
Yeah,
very well.
it's a small little town going toward Fayetteville. When when Eastern Airlines was around and going on strike
Mhm.
and back in the day at the Atlanta airport when they had Eastern Airlines,
Yeah.
everybody worked for airlines skipped over Riverdale, moved to Fayetteville, which they're only 7 miles away from the city of Riverdale. But you go down State Highway 85 that goes through Riverdale from 285, from 75, like going to Macon, and then
Mhm.
it splits off to State Highway 85 to Riverdale, and it goes all the way into Fayetteville. Then you hit the Peachtree City and all that good stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I'm on
Mhm.
the northern end. I'm on the northern end of Riverdale, back up toward the State Farmers Market and Forest Park. So
Mhm.
uh, stuff along that line.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm
Well,
pretty close, but like I said, you know, I want to. My main thing is help veterans and really help anybody too. I mean, even the homeless if I can, because there's a lot of people out here. When Atlanta closed up the homeless shelters in Atlanta, they closed up the Culver Home, Bankhead Court apartments, and all the rundown apartments and all that for new development. They all came to the outside counties and southern suburbs, and that's
mhm.
including all the.
Oh my God, that's horrible. They're closing all that stuff. Looks like they don't care. Goes back to the 1970s when
I was
uh yeah, back then in the 70s when
yeah,
you know when when the Vietnam War ended, like in the late 70s and some of that.
yeah.
I mean, being a veteran in those days, or even considering going into the military, wasn't a very popular thing
No,
back then. Back then, it wasn't a very popular thing.
no.
Even though I saw a lot of ads from that said join the army, the Marines, or the Navy, Air Force, and stuff.
Well, now
And
you got these stupid this church group that don't like veterans going to fight and going to war, and they go and protest at the veterans' grave sites and heckle them and the families and all
oh,
this.
I heard about them. I
Yeah, they
heard
do it all
about
the
them.
time. So
It was actually founded by some guy who was a lawyer during the civil rights. Act. He was a lawyer for civil rights
I hope they don't
activists
try
or
to do
something
that.
like that. And back,
I say I can I can be
yeah.
buried either at Arlington Cemetery or here in the Veteran Cemetery in Atlanta or up in Calhoun, Georgia, North Georgia.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
because the guy who founded those organizations, go around protesting at veteran sites and at veterans of funerals.
right.
That guy was actually a lawyer for civil rights activists during the '60s.
Oh wow.
He, yeah, he's one of the founders of that
Oh
movement. Yeah,
oh
that
okay.
guy.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's.
yeah. He's probably in his 80s now or something. Now he's old, probably retired. But he founded. He was one of the guys that founded this movement a long time ago. I mean, I think that must have started like in the '70s.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, yeah. It started in the '70s, but they've been doing it when Bush was in office, Obama was in office, and some of Trump campaign as president.
Yeah.
These church members still go around protesting funerals.
Yeah.
They block the hearse going into the cemeteries and all kinds of stuff. So,
Oh man, that fucking sucks, man.
and if they can go into Angel Flight is a sacred bringing soldiers back,
Uh-huh.
uh, bringing back um, from MIAs or uh, when they get found, MIAs, or even
Mm-hmm.
Afghanistan and whatever, they fly them back in on military transport, and that's what they call an angel flight. It's sacred ground, and they try to get it to airport and protest and all kinds of crap. To me, they're a bunch of piece of crap that does that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just trying to be nice about it on your channel. I don't want to say nothing bad, but
Uh-huh.
you know, I'm very passionate about that, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why I use the word crap instead of what I really wanted to say.
Ah, okay, okay, I see. Yeah, I get you, Grip. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Indeed, yeah, because as I remember back then, a lot of them,
Well,
in
they
movies
wouldn't even,
and in
I
in
wouldn't even scrape them off my combat boots.
I mean, military was considered to be something. Don't do it, man. You're gonna get killed. Don't do that. I remember back then. Oh man,
Well, you know,
don't go
well,
in.
the Vietnam was, well, they got treated, the Vietnam veterans got treated like garbage when they came back off the plane, spit at, all kinds of stuff. So,
Hmm.
but you know, the Korean War is the forgotten war.
Yeah,
The Korean War veterans don't have the luxury of things that uh, had
Real war. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, are you there?
Korean War
Are
vets
you
didn't
there?
have all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
the
let me
Korean
tell you
War vets
something.
didn't have that.
This is what I remember back in the '80s when I was a teenager and I was in my 20s back then. I was in my turn 20s. What I remember back then, like in the mid '80s, sort of start of that, you would turn on the TV set. You would turn on the TV. You would
Right,
see this documentary about the Vietnam War. You'll see that documentary was called Vietnam 10,000 Day War. It
right,
was called, and also there was this commercial on TV about Tom Light books about the Vietnam War, and they had all these veterans, talking about how they survived and the hell they went through. And
right.
there was a kid, and there was this gentleman, and there was this gentleman taking his son to the Vietnam Memorial in Washington because they just opened it back then. It was just open. It was first
Yeah,
open, and he had the voice of the boy saying to his dad, "What is Vietnam, son?" And they had the actor Martin Sheen saying, "You see that? What is Vietnam, son?" He was saying that, and also there was a lot of movies that like Platoon. There was an anti-war movie. They say show
right.
how American soldiers behave. There was a lot of sentiment. There was a lot of stories about how these veterans came, who were sick, and also,
Right.
and not only that, there was also the Agent Orange issue. Remember that?
Yeah, I got. Yeah, see, uh, Agent Orange was used in the Korean War. That's when they first used it in the
Yeah,
Korean War, and then they followed over through the next war, which was the Vietnam War.
yeah.
But I'll tell you, you'll learn a lot. You can still Google it and you can still download it, and you can. It's a big PDF file. It might be in more than one, book two, whatever, but it's the congressional file from it's called the Korean War Atrocities. It's got the
Uh-huh.
pictures and everything in it. Soldiers and dead, it's American soldiers and dead in the side of the road, in the ditches. What it shows everything that they did. That's the ones that survived and came back to testify before Congress. They had the
Yeah.
pictures and everything. I got a copy of it. Also have a copy when they was when the war was ended. They're bringing soldiers back on a C-130, loading them up, and they get nurses, and uh, they're loading everybody up in C-130s, all the prisoners that after the war was over with, supposedly. And but see, Kim's dad at the time did not. They didn't have interrogators. They had Chinese interrogators and Russian interrogators. That interrogated the American soldiers, or American or England soldiers back then. They carried them in horrible conditions, going through camp to camp, moving them around from one camp to another. It showed all the camps. It's really, really interesting read. If anybody wanted to do it, it's but like I said, it's called the Korean War Atrocities, and anybody can Google it and download a PDF file on it, and you can read it. It's real interesting to read. My dad was in most of the Big Switch and all that stuff on his records. They even tried to say that North Korea tried to say, we're the Americans, we're the free, United States the bad, and not the free. They're the communists. See, they tried to switch everything around on the POWs, and a lot of them was they was bones. The collarbones were showing, the ribs were showing, and everything. And then I found this out. My dad was supposed to get a Purple Heart, but then they turned around and changed it years later to the POW medal for all the crap that he went through, and so I didn't get that medal for my dad, but he does have a Bronze Star. So a Bronze Star. I found a document from a friend of mine that researched it for me, and so I got to call them, and because a lot of the National Archives in Louisiana, they had a fire in the '60s. Someone was smoking and burned up everybody's records from a lot of the Korean War, a lot of the Vietnam, and some of the current. It was a big, massive fire. Yeah. So, but I keep all this, and they didn't keep records back then as good as they keep them that they did today. Back then, they put things on different lines that shouldn't be on the different lines. Like if you was a POW, they put it down in the remarks section.
Yeah.
Or they put it in another section on your DD 214. So it's just totally different. So, but it was just something that when I see these people with stolen valor, it makes me seriously angry and very, very upset. Well, like I said, if you don't pass what I have to say, and I know the uniform's too big for the person or too small for the person, and don't have the medals on right or your insignias on right, you're not clean shaved, you're not, and you're in the military, I don't think so. And I'll rip the damn uniform right off their body and make them walk naked in the middle of the damn street, and I don't give a rat's crap. That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah. Well, and then what happened? And then the miracles happened when Bush was president. I mean, when Bush.
Yeah, he went to war. See, he made a lot of stuff. He turned. See, Bush did the before Bush. When Bush was president, the FBI told him it was illegal to look at people's emails and cell phones and all that. And
Yeah.
they was already doing that secretly, but it was illegal for the FBI to do it. It was called the Carnivore Program. Now, back then, the Carnivore Program is outdated now, right now, because they upgraded that system to whatever they got now is probably extremely highly sophisticated, more now than ever. But the Carnivore Program was a start, and he made it legal when he did the Patriot Act and all that stuff. And he circumcised, he went through, he used the Federalist Papers, and I have the document in PDF format where when they did the uh, uh, I forgot what, can't remember the name of it. My long term, short term memory loss. When they do the FISA courts, they use the some case law of the past from the judges that they knew, and then use the Federalist Papers to justify taking the Fourth Amendment away when they did the FISA courts. The FISA courts is a secret court where if you was a homegrown terrorist, labeled as one, or a regular terrorist, then they turn around and they could put you in Guantanamo Bay or a black site offsite prison. Nobody knows where you're at. Your attorney will only know where you're at when they decide to let him know. Your mama, your daddy, your cousin, nobody would know where you at until then. They held people there, and the Federalist Papers. If you read the Federalist Papers, that's the Republican papers that the Republicans love to use, and there are just memoirs of writings. They're not law. They're not case law. They're not part of the Constitution. They are just memoirs of certain presidents of the past that did make the Constitution. So, and I got that in a PDF.
Yeah. Articles of Confederation. We call them. Articles of Confederation. That's what they call it. Oh, looks like, are you there? Looks like your audio. It looks like your audio. No, it's not working. Oh, he's like. Let's see if he comes back. Well, anyway, I'm gonna end this stream because I want to get ready to listen to go to G's later. Okay, everybody have a great night.